TMOA. Who are the Muslims of America? In this short video, we will expose the organization for what it is, an anti-Islamic cult. Cults have a rich history in the United States of America. The laws grant the freedom of religion, which allows people to practice their religion in safety. The United States is a melting pot of people of all faiths. However, the laws also grant the freedom for people to invent their own religions and create cults.
We have actually been protected because of the freedoms the United States affords to Muslims.
You probably have some knowledge of cults, whether it is a New Age cult, self-help cult, or the more common religious-based cult. Being a Christian majority country, many cults have used Christianity as their foundation to take advantage of people. And since Islam is the fastest growing religion in the United States and expected to be the largest religion within the next 30 years, we will see more and more cults that use Islam as their foundation for their cults. The Muslims of America, known as TMOA, is a group that claims to be an organization representing the only indigenous American Muslim organization based in the United States of America, and was founded in 1980 by their cult leader, Mubarak Jelani. They claim that they are dedicated to establishing and maintaining Islamic principles while embracing their obligations as American citizens. But what is the truth? You may have heard of Islamberg when mentioned in the media.
The name of the community is Islamberg.
Islamberg is located in Delaware County. That's about 50 miles east of Binghamton.
Old Islamberg.
Islamberg
the
is
Muslim community that
Islamberg was formed in the 1980s. It's a Muslim community in upstate New York. Islamberg,
Islamberg, whatever it's called.
which is an unfortunate name for a community, I feel like.
But what is Islamberg?
is headquarters of the Muslims of America.
Muslims of America.
They used to be known as Jamaat
Of the Muslims of
It's run by
America.
an organization called Muslims of America.
Muslims of America.
Islamberg is the headquarters of TMOA. Let's take a quick look at what has been said about TMOA in the media.
An Islamic organization that oversees dozens of communities like this one.
Range between 1,500 and 3,000 members.
A map on the screen which lists all of the compounds all across the country.
As you can see, TMOA has dozens of compounds located around the United States. And they have members that are located in Pakistan, Trinidad, Venezuela, Egypt, and Africa. And when you look to the media, you will see that the picture painted about TMOA isn't consistent.
It depends on who they're talking to.
Right-wing media paints TMOA as a terrorist sleeper cell.
They carried out a bunch of terrorist attacks.
Training grounds, you understand?
Who have said the town is actually a terrorist training camp despite its peaceful history.
We reported yesterday that people in an Islamist compound are stockpiling guns in preparation for the Trump administration.
Well, they've engaged in a lot of criminal activity and, again, a terrorist history.
Which unfortunately led to some right-wing extremists to plan domestic terrorist attacks against the group.
Several different groups have tried to bomb and murder them.
Doggert's alleged violent plot.
The Muslim community that was targeted by 4 local suspects in an alleged bomb plot.
He targeted over and over and over again.
The left-wing media ate this up and quickly used TMOA as a propaganda tool to promote their agenda against the right. They made TMOA out to be innocent victims so they could label the right wing as bigots and racist.
Mostly white community.
This definition of bigotry. I got news for you, you're a bigot. Right-wing conspiracy theorist.
And TMOA used this opportunity because it fit right in with their propaganda, which is to play victim.
We are not unfamiliar with extreme right-wing racist or terroristic threats.
How dare this happen to us? To hear that there is someone out there who plotted to completely annihilate.
We've been victimized physically and by the media.
How do I feel?
And promote the narrative that they are just a group of peaceful, law-abiding American citizens who just want to practice Islam.
We are part of the normal community. We are citizens of the United States.
We have a lot of professionals that go out, just like any old, other American citizen.
What I love about Islamberg is the peace.
It's a peaceful, loving community.
An Islamic village where Islam is practiced.
And the media ate it up.
Innocent members of this community who, again, have done absolutely nothing wrong to lead simpler lives and practice Islam in peace.
And they're innocent American citizens.
Yes.
They're civilians.
Several media outlets promoted the TMOA propaganda without doing proper research. So here is a glimpse of what you will find when you do just a little research. In 1983, TMOA assassinated Dr. Muzaffar Ahmed in Canton, Michigan, because he was a leader and follower of the Ahmadiyya religious group. The assassins died while firebombing one of the Ahmadiyya buildings. In 1984, TMOA firebombed a Hare Krishna temple in Denver, Colorado. In 1991, TMOA planned to bomb a Hindu community center and temple in Toronto that would have killed approximately 4,500 people. Thankfully, the Canadian authorities arrested the terrorists before carrying out the plot. Up until the September 11th attacks, TMOA actively trained its members in military combat. And these are not all the crimes, assassinations, and attacks that TMOA is guilty of. And because of the propaganda pushed by TMOA and Leftwing Media, TMOA has been able to hide amongst true Muslims in the United States.
That's an excuse, and that's a way that our enemies and those who hate Islam and hate Muslims and hate African American Muslims, they use that to demonize and to bring about a bad name to what Islam is.
And even attend Muslim events to raise money for their cult leaders.
Massive charter school scams to raise millions of dollars that then goes back to their leadership in Pakistan.
The worst thing about it is that the Muslim community in the United States are unaware of TMOA's violent and criminal history, nor are they aware of their anti-Islamic beliefs and practices.
Most don't know that the group even exists.
TMOA believes that their leaders are manifestations of Allah on this earth, and they practically worship these individuals. They participate in clear grave worship and build shrines to carry out their innovative practices. After their leader Mubarak Jilani passed away, his widow, who was forced to marry Jilani as a child, is now the imam of the group. The group has forced its members to pay up to 100% of their income, which goes to furnish the lavish lifestyles of their cult leaders. The cult leaders live lavish lives while the poor members live in horrible conditions on these cult compounds. And in stereotypical cult fashion, anyone who speaks out is punished, attacked, threatened, and separated from their families. For years, TMOA has been able to operate under the radar because nobody would speak out. All thanks and praise are due to Allah, who gave a small group of people the courage and ability to speak out against the wrongs of TMOA. They formed a group called Return to Fitra, or R2F, which works to help members of Islamic-based cults return to the true path of Islam and escape cult oppression. R2F has helped hundreds of Muslims wake up to the truth and leave their abusive cults and abandon non-Islamic beliefs and practices. But what is the truth about TMOA?
I think that there's a lot of misinformation that is out there.
The right-wing media says TMOA is a terrorist sleeper cell. TMOA and the left-wing media claim that TMOA is a group of innocent, peaceful victims. R2F says that TMOA is a dangerous cult. And the general Muslim community in the United States doesn't have a clue. So let's listen to what Muslims have to say who were once members of TMOA and have family members who currently belong to TMOA.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمد رسول الله.
None has the right to be worshipped but Allah.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Mani Abdulaziz Griffin.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tahir Khadija Amatullah Abdul Jabbar.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amr Awad.
My name is Halima, daughter of Malika Rahimullah and Uqba Abdul Muti.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sister Jawaria Hanifa.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nasim Abdulaziz.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Haji Mahmoud Abdul Haq.
My name is Dawood
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Baina Abdullah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Makaya Tony.
My name is Ali Ahmed Ibn Haq. I'm there as a TMOA cult member.
I no longer believe in the spiritual beliefs of TMOA.
Muslim cults.
Stop taking Muslims' property.
I carry around 40 years of emotional scars.
All the shirk and bid'ah acts that's done in TMOA.
TMOA is an anti-Islamic cult.
The leadership ordered that Muslims could not enter the masajid to pray.
The Muslims of the Americas have deviated far from the path of the Sirat al-Mustaqim.
TMOA is an anti-Islamic cult.
Founded upon deception from the beginning.
And in TMOA, we were doing things that were so outside of the fold of Islam.
TMOA is an anti-Islamic cult.
Muslims of America is an anti-Islamic cult.
Islamic practices.
TMOA is a cult.
Of brainwashing his followers.
I do not associate myself with the TMOA cult ideology.
Who would tell their people to divide and separate from their families.
Breaking up of families.
Gather youngsters around to sing songs to me and my sister, referring to us as jinn and munafiqun.
And we should know that to separate your family is to separate yourself from Allah.
Sheikh Jilani made many claims to his followers.
Not one single verified hadith.
It is because of these unorthodox practices of TMOA, the shirk.
They associate partners with Allah.
They continue to associate partners with Allah openly.
And worst of all, that would be shirk.
Shirk.
If we can't find one hadith out of the thousands of hadith that confirm 7 sultans or in Holy Quran,
they have deviated far from the path of Islam.
Also claim that he was created from the Nur of Allah.
They often proclaim the leader, Rajulani, to be one on the same level as God, Allah, or even higher, Astaghfirullah.
This claim is false.
Terrible.
Falls under the umbrella of Kufr.
TMOA is an anti-Islamic group and a deviant cult.
Or something that's completely outside of the fold of Islam.
And innovations.
And they practice innovation.
Clear misguidance, declare misrepresentation of the religion of Islam, and declare oppression.
It is something that is so embedded into the people and is so...
The Muslims of the Americas practice their own deviant version of Islam.
They engage in innovation.
Keeping them in a state of disbelief.
They have fallen off the path of Islam.
He claimed that he was sent by Allah to guide mankind.
Upon deviation,
there's something that is not right there.
Being in the community of the Muslims of the Americas, you are literally gambling with your akhirah.
They have deviated far from the path of Islam.
There is no way our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ would accept any of the practices.
They don't even have the ability to even think on their own anymore.
His sinister practices has removed his followers from the true practice of the Book of Allah and the Sunnah of the Prophet.
They have a history of violence
and misappropriation,
jihadist activities,
violence.
They have a history of violent
crimes.
There's something that's completely haram.
They have a history of violence.
I've seen all countless things from freaking terrorist cell movement type things.
Spiritual abuse.
It's something that's just completely normal to them.
Who we are, and this is, and we're proud about it.
Welcome to the cult of TMOA.
Thanks to the work of R2F and others who have been speaking out and trying their best to help spread the truth about the TMOA cult, many individuals and families have freed themselves from cult oppression and returned to the straight path of Islam.
For those who are still in TMOA, seek knowledge for yourself through Quran and Sunnah, through authentic sources.
And if you are already a part of their community, leave for the sake of your soul.
Those that are on the fence, time to come off.
We ask you and the Muslim community at large to stand against TMOA.
Must be warned against.
And everyone must be warned against them.
Everyone must be warned against these folks.
If you belong to an Islamic-based cult, contact us so you can tell the world your story. Others will benefit from your experiences.
We're here to help. You're not by yourself.
If you are part of the Muslim community, spread this message.
If you are a person that has heard of them and are considering joining their cult, seriously reconsider.
If you run Muslim organizations in the United States, don't let TMOA take advantage of you. Don't let them participate. Stop them from misleading and swindling money off of other Muslims.
Through their dawah, spreading the truth, and reminding them to fear none other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Most importantly, we call for everyone to speak up and speak out against cult oppression. We cannot continue to remain silent while cults oppress people in the name of Islam.
I want to address every Muslim here that's listening to this to understand that the brothers there on R2F is doing what they need to do to please Allah and Rasulullah. So based on that, let us support them the best way we can and understand that our duties as Muslims is to hear and obey, to listen to Allah and Rasulullah and follow the Sunnah. Let us all practice our deen the best way we can and love each other.
Making a short message to show my support for R2F.
Ya Allah, please help us to destroy these cults.
May Allah bless these brothers' efforts and accept them into Jannatul Firdaus, inshallah. Ameen.
You can contact R2F by emailing us at emailr2f@gmail.com. That is emailr2f@gmail.com.
And don't allow the arrogance keep you from hearing the message or the call.
Links are in the description to our sources and other R2F content related to TMOA and other cults. We ask Allah to send peace and guidance to everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.